Welcome back to the Sad Fan, where we're talking about the good, the bad, and everything that made you sad from the previous week. And I got to tell you guys, I think Dallas is mighty sad. I got the news right away. And if you're just tracking now, we're the first people to tell you this. It is Sunday morning for you, I suppose, or Monday morning for you. I don't want to put myself up against the clock to get this podcast out. And you're just now hearing what the whole world knows, and that is that Luka Dončić was traded basically for Anthony Anderson. I'm just kidding. For Anthony Davis.
I saw that right when I was about to go to bed. It was like 1 a.m. here. I was putting my phone down, and then I got an alert, and I was like, what the? I was like, I haven't really paid attention to much NBA this year because I've been too distracted with the NFL, but I was like, even I know that's big news.
and that's actually what I want to get into about it, but is that, now you've got me sidetracked, Wes, is that not one of those things that comes across your phone that makes you stay up for another hour scrolling? Like, wait, what? What's happening right now?
Yeah, I have a friend that's a LeBron fan. Not a basketball fan, not a Lakers fan. A LeBron fan. He's been a Miami Heat fan. He's been a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
So Generation Z.
Yeah. And we're in the group chat, and he's literally, I don't know, 20 minutes, whatever. Their game wrapped up, the Laker game wrapped up, and LeBron dropped a 30-point triple-double or something like that,
Yeah.
Which is great. He's a phenomenal player and all that, and that's great. That's amazing. But we're all in the group chat just, LeBron, stop, get LeBron out of your, whatever. You know what? Give him the business, the LeBron business. And then this happens, and the tables turn. He got some reinforcements there in the group chat.
It was like Luka's becoming one of those like household names. Like he's going to become like he's like being the next big star. And so this is massive news. Like,
I told Wes knows about this, Jordan. I don't know if you know. I used to go, when I traveled from city to city to city, I'd go see things, but I made it a point because I've missed some amazing athletes that I really love. Luka is one of my top 3 or 4 favorite players in the NBA. Yeah. And I love his game. Like, he's chubby, and I freaking love it. I love it because he puts guys on skates. He can score from anywhere. He's a great passer. He understands the game better than most. So I made it a habit to go see him. I left in the third quarter. They were playing the Pistons, and Luka had put up 29 points in the first half and was pulled. Like, that's how good he is.
Yeah, the Luka Dončić Laker jersey is going to do Larry Bird Celtic jersey numbers for college white kids across the country. Like, you are going to see nothing but Laker Luka Dončić jerseys. Oh my God, the sales are going to through the roof.
Now his shoes too. Dončić shoes are actually, like, his shoes are actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he puts out some cool designs. Like, his shoes are cool. But now that he's a Laker and in Los Angeles, like, the shoes are gonna go through the roof. And we're gonna get into the Bay Area, Jordan. We are, I promise, because I need to talk about this because I'm also a Warriors fan. But Wes, is this the biggest NBA player we've ever seen traded? Is this the best player we've ever seen traded?
That I can recall off the top of my head. I mean, if I go back,
Shaq to the Heat? Was he traded or was that a free agency?
No, he was traded, but was he still like at the level? Like, Luka is a top 3 star in the NBA.
His prime. He was on his way down.
Yeah.
I feel like
title
Shaq was
that
traded.
first year.
Name 4 players better than Luka right now, Jordan.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. I don't know.
Steph Curry.
I don't know that he's better than Luka at this point. Like, I love Steph Curry too, but he's 35.
Giannis, maybe?
Giannis, yeah.
Giannis is the only one I can think of right now. Yeah, Giannis and Jokic are like with him. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're better than him, but they're on his level, but that's it.
Yeah, I would say Tatum and him are equal. Like, once we get to there, Tatum and Luka, like, he's got a better surrounding cast.
Tatum can score and play defense. Luka cannot play defense at all.
Tatum can't play defense.
He's got better defense than Luka. Like, come on.
I think, okay, I'll concede. He's got a better supporting cast. Like, Jaylen Brown can play defense.
Luka is, as Shaq says, barbecue chicken out there. All right? He's stopping nobody.
All right, fair enough. And maybe we're doing some people a disservice, but let's go to this, Jordan, because I'm kind of fed up with the Warriors. Joe Lacob said years ago, or it wasn't Joe Lacob. Who was our old GM? Not Lacob. It was.
Oh God, I hate myself for not coming up with this right now. It was Bob Myers.
Bob Myers, thank you.
Bob Myers. Yeah.
So he said, we are light years ahead of everyone else in the NBA. And no, they're not. They just had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in the backcourt and Draymond Green in his prime that could run a court as a 6'9" power forward. Like that was it. They have missed so much. Kevin Durant was a great.
I feel like that was the last like big move that they really tried to do was Kevin Durant. They haven't really tried to do any splurge moves since Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and I think that I worry about them becoming the Miami Heat of the West, where the fan base just falls too in love with players like a Wiggins, and they won't let him go. They won't trade him. They won't get rid of him, and or a Buddy Hield. And I'm like, no. If we can get a Luka, get their ass out of here, because basically they traded a 7'1" guy with a 3-pointer as long as he can get far enough away from his walker to hit the shot for Luka Dončić. And that's crazy to me that the Warriors still at this point can't pull the trigger with certain players. Like, I would give up Andrew Wiggins for Jimmy Butler, even at this point in his career. Because this season was looking great to start. They would start off like 12-2. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. So Jordan, what are your thoughts there?
Let me say, I was fully sold on Buddy Hield. I was fully sold. I was ready to buy a Splash Buddies T-shirt. I was on the wagon when we were 12-2. Buddy Hield has turned into a pumpkin rapidly. Look, Bay Area sports in general are in shambles. Okay, the ones that remain. Full disrespect to Oakland fans, right here. Just in shambles. You know, the Niners fell apart. Absolutely fell apart. We are a walking ER room.
He's a Seahawks fan.
Nice.
Yeah. The 4-9 weakers, basically, is what they were this season.
40 whiners.
Yeah.
40 whiners. That's a famous one from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
The Giants have been in shambles for the past few years. We are just... free agent signings are allergic to us. Basically. The free agents are allergic.
Success.
Yeah, I mean, but...
At least you guys have won a World Series here. At least you guys have gone to a World Series.
Look, Seattle coming out of the woodwork. Hold on. Yeah, there was a stat under Bruce Bochy where I think every odd year the Giants would go to and win a World Series for a while.
Look, my high school and early 20s I was spoiled. All right.
Look, congratulations. How about you just coast off of that for the rest of your life, okay?
Yeah. What is that like?
Yeah, we've had the sports team of the decade for 2 decades. We had the Giants, we're the sports team of, that, and then the Warriors, So look, I was spoiled, but we're in shambles now. It's hard. It's early. Okay. I'll come to grips with it maybe, but it's early in this decline for me. All right. I haven't accepted it quite yet. I'm still holding on. That Steph Curry has some championship effort, some championship grit in him still, that if we just get that one piece in there, we could turn this around and win a championship. Would Luka Dončić have been that piece to fix this Warriors team? I don't think so. I think
Steph Curry's busted.
Oh.
He's the best 3-point shooter ever of all time.
He's old. He's washed up.
He is old. That's what I think everybody's saying is like he could still be Ray Allen for a while, and he's better than Ray Allen. But I mean,
he's an all-star starter.
Yeah, he is still great, and he's still got that endurance. But there's the management. They traded for Schroeder. Hell? What the hell? You've already got Hield and Curry, and you traded for Schroeder. That doesn't make any sense, assholes. You guys look like a bunch of idiots out there. What are we, the Minnesota Timberwolves, when they drafted Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio in the same draft, and Kevin Love's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and again, we're having a problem landing that big splash trade deadline guy. Nobody, it seems like GMs hate us in general. Like, they don't want to make trades with the Warriors. That's a result of that jealousy of that, having that dynasty team for a long time and being on top for so long. They want to see us. They're preying on our downfall. basically.
And
All
they
right?
drafted the wrong player. That's another thing.
Yeah,
They
James
had a
Wiseman.
top 3 pick. Yeah, Wiseman. Is he even still in the NBA? Is he still in the
Yeah,
NBA?
he's on a roster. Yeah, but he doesn't
Somewhere?
play.
Detroit? Like
Not
what-
Detroit. Detroit got rid of him too. He's somewhere. I couldn't tell you where.
But you know who is on a roster? And yes, he's a ball hog, but would that be different had he not ended up on the team he's on? Ball.
LaMelo.
Ball would have been a great fit with the Splash Brothers running point. Then you put Steph Curry at a positionless like guard somewhere. Look. Clay never gets hurt, knock on wood. And you've got Draymond. Pardon me, this is after Clay got hurt, but still.
We're great at drafting guards. We had Jordan Poole, who's, he's obviously terrible in DC, but maybe DC will do that to anybody, honestly. But we got, Moses Moody, Brandon Pajemski. Like, we have these young talents that we've drafted that are doing very well. They're exceeding expectations. These non-drafted signings, undrafted signings.
Going 500 is exceeding expectations.
Just on pay these guys' talent. But, we have not done good drafting a big man, and that's what this team is lacking. A real tough big man. Draymond is just too much drama.
I've been saying that for years.
Wes hates Draymond Green. Such a punk ass.
Yeah, there's a saying that basically the shit has become bigger than the cat. The cat is taking bigger shits than it's.
I thought they were going to get rid of him before this year, like for sure. I was shocked when he was still on the roster. I was like,
Clay wasn't.
Yeah.
Clay wasn't the problem.
Yeah. He should have been traded once the Jordan Poole thing went down. He should have been the one to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I alluded to the Jimmy Butler thing because the Heat are going through it right now with Jimmy, right? Similar issues with Jimmy does this everywhere though. Like, let's not be shocked. Jimmy did this with the Sixers, with the Wolves, with the Bulls. Jimmy is a volatile player. But for the Warriors on a loaner deal to get into the playoffs, like, I think Jimmy would be a good player to have. And then you get some manufactured big man from somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't think Jimmy wants to play for the Warriors, though. I could see him getting traded to the Warriors. Really?
Yeah, it's the Warriors. It is. It's the Warriors, the Suns, and someone else. The Rockets? Yeah, the Rockets. Warriors, Suns, and Rockets. That's his top 3 teams. And, like, the Rockets, of course you want to play for the Rockets. They're the number 2 team in the NBA right now. Like, yeah, duh. All right? Not NBA, pardon me, but the West. I get that. But I'm looking at players like that are disgruntled. I mean, there was a couple years ago, do you recall this, Jordan? Wes might, because we talked about it on the show, where Giannis was talking about the Warriors? Like, where Giannis thought it would be cool to play for the Warriors?
Again, I think he's using that venom that GMs have for the Warriors as they're using it as leverage. Like, oh, you want me to go to the Warriors? We know how every franchise feels about the Warriors. We'll go there. We'll restart this whole thing, this whole nightmare for the rest of the league all over again. So,
Wes, you don't think people want to go play with Steph Curry?
They do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I don't know that it's all leverage.
I as a fan, I don't like him. But if I was a player, if I was like a foot taller, and I was good enough to play in the NBA, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up, bro.
If I could shoot and dribble and jump and
if I didn't suck at every aspect of baseball or basketball.
Including calling it baseball.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce it right.
But if I could, bring this back to from the Warriors and connect this back to the Luka Dončić, everything. There's nothing more painful for a Bay Area sports fan than to see an LA franchise succeeding and making these big splashes. There's no sports franchise in all of sports that I hate more than the LA Dodgers. I absolutely hate them. So I hate everything that they've done this offseason. They've ruined baseball. I'm boycotting baseball.
They signed Shohei's bestie for an undisclosed amount. It's not even, they haven't disclosed the full amount yet.
Yeah, there's got to be something criminal going on here. And the way that they are landing these guys for nothing. Guys just there's got to be some kind of new rule in place.
I'm sorry, we should have Shohei, okay? We were the ones who picked up Ichiro. We paved the way for Japanese players in baseball, okay? Come on, give us a break here. We want Shohei.
Did he retire as a Mariner? Did Ichiro retire as a Mariner?
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about the Yankees.
Oh, and we never got to talk about that, Wes. We're gonna get to it. Jordan, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to Kanye you.
You're
But
good.
but Ichiro not getting 100% of the vote to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. We never got to
Was it
talk
one
about
vote?
that.
Was
Who
it
the
one
hell
vote?
doesn't think Ichiro's a Hall of Famer?
Was it one vote?
Yeah, it was one vote, one person.
I think so stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Back off, clown.
Yeah,
Take his
he's
vote
better
away.
than Derek
hits
Jeter.
all time. Yeah, most hits in a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, take
Go
his
ahead,
vote
Jordan.
away. But yeah, so for this news to drop that the Lakers got Dončić for,
This was-
a high five and a bag of chips, it's
Yeah.
just
This was so big that even like there was a timeout called in the Blazers games, and the Blazers players were like, "Yo,
Yeah,
what's going
the Suns
on?"
too. Yeah, there's
they
video
were
of Kevin Durant
stunned.
on the bench talking to Bradley Beal. Like,
Like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, are
So-
we getting catfished here?
spare, LeGM strikes again. Spare me the fake LeBron support for AD. Like, oh, there was no friction between us. Oh my God, I can't believe they would do this to him. LeBron is jumping for joy.
Yeah, it's
he just got a top 3 player in his prime that was literally in the NBA Finals last year. Sorry, Wes, go ahead.
there was like speaking of like people being like even players being like so stunned they think it's fake. I remember like before Twitter had like blue checks and stuff, it was Adam Schefter, but somebody created an account, a darn Schefter, and so the R and N make it look like an M, and he tweeted some like massive trade. I can't remember what it was for or who it was, but like the whole internet blew up because they think Adam Schefter tweeted this.
Yeah.
And then like an hour later, it was like, no, that's not Adam Schefter. That's the fake account. Everyone
There's
got
also
catfished.
Sports Centra.
Center, like the UK spelling.
Something else to notice here. Have the Lakers quietly put together the best white guy roster of all time?
With Dalton Connect and what is it? What's that? Austin Reeves.
So is LeBron
Austin
an
Reeves.
honorary white guy?
Whoa! Remember his time? He's definitely a nerd now. He's definitely that nerd dad guy now with the Taco Tuesdays and getting his son $7 million. Oh wait, but go ahead, Jordan.
I mean, yeah, I look. AD
Quietly.
is good. Yeah, quietly put together this all-star white guy roster. And it's awesome. I really
Awesome. The verbiage we're using in this episode is so bad. Continue.
No, I mean, I was being sarcastic there. Obviously, I don't want to see anything awesome happen for the Lakers or for any LA sports franchise. And look, from the Mavs side, they were there. What I've read is that they were concerned with his conditioning.
His weight,
concerned with his conditioning, and they didn't want to give him that supermax contract. So I'm excited to get on to scroll through Twitter today and or X Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter. To scroll through it and see the reactions of like the Mavs fan base, basically.
Oh, it's been fun, man. It's like there's a lot of Basca bros yelling out, "It's a hack! It was a hack, right? It was hacked." And I'm like, no, it's not real. No, that's not what's happening. Over and over and over again.
Like, what are they thinking? They're coming off of a NBA Finals run, and then almost like the past few years, they've been like perennial conference winners. You know what I mean? Conference contenders.
You don't rebuild in the NBA when you can only put 5 guys on the court and you're putting one of the best guys in the world on the court. And they just entered a rebuilding phase is what happened. Yeah. So here we are. Wes, did you have one more thing to add?
No.
So let's go into the other people that had a bad day this week. The Washington Commanders fans had a bad day this week. Like they were partying all the way up to it, and yeah, they've soothed their wounds, and now the Commanders have to wait till next year. But the Eagles went off. Saquon went off. Wes, that was the best game like in a long time for a running back in the playoffs.
Saquon's a monster.
Quadster. He's a quadster.
Dude, it's so freaking insane. Like, he's so good. And you know what? Their tush push is even better with Saquon pushing Jalen Hurts now. He's just squatting that booty through the first down. Like, that's what the Bills need. Okay, they might have gotten a couple first downs if they had Saquon pushing Josh Allen like that.
I mean, we're gonna get to that because Josh Allen did play like a mutant. Like, he looked like the old Josh Allen in like the first couple quarters, the first half, but he was great in the second half. And I feel for him. But I don't really feel bad for the Commanders, and here's why, Wes. They're going to be good for a very long time.
They have such a bright future. I mean, Jaden Daniels went off. He's like the best rookie quarterback that I can ever remember seeing. I mean, this guy, I think he's going to be the next megastar. I think he's going to be the next, is he going to be the GOAT? He's going to get a couple rings. And if the Commanders keep him, they're going to love it.
As long as he can stay healthy, right? As long as he can stay healthy, who knows what he can do. And it's really going to be, now we don't just have Lamar to focus on as far as these athletic quarterbacks are concerned that can throw the ball. Because Anthony Richardson can't throw the ball. Like, he can't throw. Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Justin Fields can't throw the ball. Prove me wrong. As soon as I'm proven wrong, I will get off this soapbox. But they are running backs that can also play the quarterback position. Whereas Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson have transcended that. Like, they are great quarterbacks that also run.
Yeah, I mean, which is what the Bears wanted out of Caleb Williams. And we'll see what Ben Johnson can do.
Caleb Williams, Wes, let me just tell you, I'm so happy you brought this up because I totally forgot about this. Caleb Williams is a nerd, a grade A nerd, the biggest nerd, okay? So a bunch of players were asked, a bunch of rookies were asked, who was their celebrity crush when they were kids? And you got Drake May, Megan Fox, Transformers Part 1. Brock Bowers, Megan Fox, Transformers Part 1. Lad McConkey, Megan Fox, Transformers Part 1. Caleb Williams, my girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. What a dork. I'm sorry.
Okay, loser.
Like, yeah, I'm sitting here and I was having this conversation with some other folks and I was like, she wouldn't even have cared because it's not realistic. It's just when you were a kid, who did you have a crush on?
Right.
And you're like, you just confirmed what I've already thought. You're a dork. You're a nerd, Caleb. And I'm rooting for you to be successful, but God, have some personality. Have some fun.
Yeah, I thought for a second that maybe he was dating some celebrity, but no, he's just dating some girl he met in high school.
That's his first girlfriend. That's his. That's what he's got. You could have said anybody, and I guarantee you your high school girlfriend wouldn't have cared, Caleb.
Yeah, nobody cares because everybody has celeb crushes.
Yes! A whole Friends episode, Wes, revolved around it. Remember the Friends episode where they have the list and Ross is like a woman from Ross's list walks into the coffee shop?
Pass?
Yeah, the hall pass list. So, yeah, she wouldn't even have cared. And you're right, that is what Chicago thought they were getting. And now they've got a great head coach. But they got a total dork at quarterback. And Jaden just seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jaden. I was rooting for the Commanders so much, man. I wanted to see them go to the Super Bowl.
America was rooting for the
commies. The commies.
They were rooting for the commies, sans Dan Snyder, right? They're like, well, now that guy's out of here, let's root for this team. Kind of like we're all waiting for Jimmy Haslam to leave the Browns and Deshaun to leave the Browns. Go ahead, Wes.
And then Josh Harris put out a statement after they lost. Like a couple days later, he took out a page in the newspaper or whatever, like full page ad, just thanking the fans, saying like, we wouldn't be here like if it wasn't for you guys. He's like, our future looks so bright. He's like, I'm gonna make sure we get a championship. I'm gonna put everything I have into getting DC a championship. And I was like, that guy's such a good owner, man. Compared to Dan Snyder, who just like hated the fans every minute.
Well, and he was on record of hating this team.
Yeah.
So he hated the success. Like, he was on record. Somebody put him on record.
He just had it as way to make money.
At the end of the day, they went down to a team that, and what I was going to say there, Wes, is the whole world wanted it to be the commies and the Bills. No one wanted this as the Super Bowl except for Roger Goodell.
Nobody wanted a repeat from 2 years ago.
It's and man, that was your biggest blow up on the show ever, by the way. Was the episode we did after that show. That was the biggest blow up you've ever had on the show. over the pass interference call.
Yeah, shocker. It's like they get favorable calls all the time. They would have thought
they got them here, right? They got them here. Now you got to beat this team, obviously. So we don't want to harp on it too much. But God, enough already. Enough. And yes, they're good. But the Bills deserve to win that game. And it shouldn't have come down to a Dalton Kincaid drop.
So when first of all, on that whole first down thing near the end, when the Bills had the ball with like 3 minutes left, first of all, they got the first down on that third down play. And they spot him like a yard short.
And you see it on the replay, too. You see his body flat in the air. His knees hadn't hit the ground.
Not touching the ground. Yeah. They should have challenged that. And then the fourth down play, I'm sorry, from one of the line judges came in, the one who the angle with the ball, he came in, spotted him like well past the first down line, and then the other one was like, "Oh, no, it's me. He's short. I couldn't even see him." And then they went to break, they reviewed the play, and then they called him short, even though both views, if you look at the view with him with the ball, you can see that he has the ball tucked in like right under his chin. And then you can see that he's like past it. If you draw a line, because it's like right in the middle of the marker. Like it's a straight on view, so you don't have to deal with any like parallax or whatever. You draw a line, he's past it. You go to the other side, you can see even more clearly because his head, like the first down marker is here, his head is past it. And from the other view, you can see he has the ball under his head, like tucked in like this, like for dear life. And you're like, how? When I saw that, like when I came back, I was like, oh, well, they're obviously going to give him the first down. I was like, if they don't give him the first down, I was like, this shit's rigged. I don't even know what to say at this point. And then I got back and they're like, the ruling stands, first down Kansas City. I can't remember. I had something in my hand. Oh, it was my phone. I threw my phone across the room. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, I've never really thought that like the refs were actually like pulling strings. I just thought they were inept. But now I'm like, they're like straight up fixing this shit.
The Texans game was an eye opener for me because I've been the same. I've been kind of even kept like, you know what? This happens to everyone. Like this is gonna happen to any team. Like the losers lament.
Boy.
Yeah, it's the losers lament though. You know, like every loser thinks the ref is against them. The announcers are against them. Like we get it. Like trust me, I've been a Raiders fan for a long time. I've thought the announcers were against my team. I've thought the refs were against my team. But like when I saw the Texans game, I was like, come on. When you hear Troy Aikman yell out, "Oh, come on!" in the stands, like enough.
Yeah, and then the interception catch, like dual possession, like how does that even make sense? I'm sorry. Okay, because so the defender has it in both hands. The other guy gets one hand on it. They come down, and the ball hits the ground. And it should be dead at that point. I mean, like, the ball doesn't really move. But it's clear that... Who was the wide receiver? I can't even remember. But he has, like, one hand on it. And then he doesn't even get the second hand until after the ball hits the ground. And so, like, at that point, the ball hits the ground and nobody has, like... If you want to say... There's two options here, okay? Either the ball hit the ground, it didn't move because it was in possession. At which point, you have to say that it's being possessed by the defender and it's an interception. Because the other guy had one hand on it. I'm sorry, but if you have one hand on the ball and it hits the ground, it's not like, unless you have like massive hands, it's coming out.
Yeah.
And then, so either it's an incompletion, the ball hits the ground, nobody had possession. Once the ball hits the ground, it doesn't matter if it moves or not, but if nobody had possession, it's like, it's a dead ball.
Yeah. Incomplete. It's over.
It's either incomplete or interception. I don't understand how they can say that was a completion.
It's been happening a lot with the Chiefs, as we know, and we just got to hope that it doesn't happen next Sunday. Like, that's the ultimate goal. And we will have a episode.
Saquon needs to run it down their effing throats.
Like the first play of the Commanders-Eagles game, right? Where he opened
insane. He just said,
the very
hey,
first
guys, I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. He's like, you can grab my coattails if you want, but this is where this train is headed. All right? And we're going to talk about the Super Bowl a little bit today, but we're going to have a Super Bowl show coming out right before the Super Bowl, right? So you get 2 shows this week. But we cannot not talk about Justin Tucker. We cannot not talk about Justin Tucker. So we went in on Deshaun Watson when it was Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, Deshaun, I like what you're doing."
I mean, and apparently there's a lot of media coming out that's like, oh, this has been going on for years with Justin Tucker. Like, there's media out of Baltimore saying, oh, we've known about this. He's banned at these institutions. Like, he's not allowed to go to these places.
That's the same thing they did with Deshaun. They said, Deshaun, you can't go to these places because you're a pervert. But we won't rattle on you for trying to sexually assault these women. We won't tattle on you.
It's going on with Justin Tucker, and Justin Tucker's now up to 10 or 11, I want to say, victims that have come out against Justin Tucker. And
did you not learn your lesson from Deshaun Watson, bro?
We've got to. There's got to be something. Like there's got to be something. And you set a precedent by allowing Deshaun Watson to play, because when he was never criminally convicted, but he did settle. And you know what that means? It means he did it. And he didn't want to go to jail, so he found the amount of money that would keep him out of jail.
Yeah, you just pay these women off.
With Justin Tucker, I want to make sure we know we are tracking that situation. We'll have more information as it comes out, but we think he's a sleazeball.
Here's the thing, Justin Tucker. You're not a quarterback, so you're not going to get as long of a leash as Deshaun Watson did.
Yeah, man, I hope they cut him. And he had a bad year, too. Justin Tucker had a bad year. It shouldn't even play a factor. I feel bad saying it, but he should get cut.
Yeah, he should get cut. No, he shouldn't be playing again. Sorry, Tom.
All right, let's do a quick Super Bowl overview. We'll get into it. We'll get into the weeds next week, okay? How do we feel?
I wanted Bills Commanders. I don't mind the Eagles too much. Like, a lot of people hate the Eagles for whatever reason. I don't. I mean, Philly's got some good food. I like Philly as a city.
The fans. I'm just gonna keep answering.
Every fan base is shitty fans, though. I feel like
I've never had a bad time in Seattle.
I've never been to a Phillies game, or I've never been to an Eagles game. So, I mean, maybe one day I'll have to go and see just how bad the fans are. But
so you're a Phillies fan. You're rooting against the three-peat.
Oh, 100%. Go Eagles. Go Eagles. EAGSLE. Eagles.
That poor woman. That poor woman. Forever.
You're the mayor. You need to know this. You need to know how to spell Eagles. Come on.
I feel bad for her. You know, this happened in Miami with a city councilwoman, and she goes, and we know his name. And the name is Dwayne James. And you hear in the background a lady goes, who that?
Who Dwayne James?
So it happens.
Yeah. Jesus. She spelled it so bad, too. She put the S, it was like the third letter or something, like EAS. I was like,
got a little overexcited, messed up the chat a little bit. But I will say this, as far as the matchup's concerned, we'll do a better breakdown, pardon me. Eagles got better skill players. The Eagles definitely have better skill players outside of the quarterback position. Now, obviously, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen has some words about that, but Patrick Mahomes has the trophies to back it up, man.
Yeah, Josh Allen
he does. And Lamar Jackson has the other trophies to back up him being a contender, right? He's got the MVPs, and Patrick Mahomes has the Super Bowls. And that's where we're at right now with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, unfortunately, is in this group where we had, back in the day, we had, Brett Favre and Dan Marino and Jim Kelly and all these quarterbacks. This is the group we have now. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger. Someone gets left out. There's only one trophy, and it's starting to look like it's going to be Josh Allen.
I hope not. I want that guy to get a trophy more than anybody.
I mean he's got one that makes more money than he does.
I don't care if Lamar gets one. I want Josh Allen to get one.
He's got a trophy that makes more money than he does. Okay, Josh Allen does. All right, Haley Steinfeld, good job, Josh. What are we gonna say, Josh? You won.
That's your celeb crush, Caleb Williams. You should have been Haley Steinfeld.
Josh Allen is winning at life right now. So he's just got to win this Super Bowl. He's got to get this off his back and win this Super Bowl. I do want to see Lamar Jackson win a Super Bowl. I don't know that he will. Why are you anti Lamar winning a Super Bowl?
I'm not anti. I just don't really care if he does. I mean, I've seen the Ravens win a Super Bowl a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
It'll
sure.
It'll be Ravens Seahawks with your luck. I'm
pretty sure if Josh Allen was on the Patriots, I'd be like, no, screw that guy.
It'll be Ravens Seahawks with your luck.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like if I was the center, if I was like the Bill center, I totally, if somebody asked me, I would have been like, Haley Steinfeld.
just so it's on record, just to
needle my QB.
That's funny. That would be a great answer. That is so you. That is something you would do.
I know.
All right. I look forward to our Super Bowl show this year. We'll see what we can do. We will be festive and excited. It is a holiday for the Sad Fan, so I hope it's good. Honestly, I hope it's a good game.
Me too.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there in the hopes that it's a good game. And
Go
to
Eagles.
all the fans,